Hey folks, JRcrash here. Pandemics are spreading, markets are crashing. Happy St. Patrick's Day. But you know what? It's not all bad news. Because in a few short days, Doom Eternal is coming out. And that's something we can all be excited for. So in the spirit of Doom Eternal, we've decided to feature a Doom Eternal themed map for SnapCast episode 10. Today we're going to be covering Doom Eternal Burning Earth by Finchatolla. A fantastic map if ever I saw one. I am also joined by 6 other Snapmap authors. First is the author of Garrock's Pantheon, Count Lazuli. How you doing?
That's Dr. Lazuli to you.
Oh, that's
I
right.
Can't cure the virus.
Well, that's one hell of a title. And
Sure will.
how you holding up? You stocked up on toilet paper?
I got plenty.
That's good. I'm also joined by the author of this Snap map we're about to feature, as well as Doom Eternal Phobos Exodus that I think just came out today. Finchatolla, how's it going?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you.
And now you also go by your YouTube name is Quantum Affected 99.
Yep.
So anybody,
Sorry.
go ahead and follow him on YouTube. I'll be sure to include a link in the description for his channel. Also joining us is the author of the Devil Made Doom series. I'm talking Jooztin, also known as JMX5000. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, doing really good. I'm actually really happy to be here for once in such a blue moon. Yeah, I'm actually really excited to talk about this. I'm actually one of the ones who recommended this one as well, and I'm really happy we're talking about it because it's really good.
Yeah, I'm excited too. And Jooztin has been so cool as to do our thumbnails. So every Snapcast episode, he actually does the thumbnail cover art for it. So thanks,
Yes,
Jooztin.
and I already have an idea of what I'm gonna do for this thumbnail.
I can't wait to see it.
Yes.
Picture of me.
Just a picture.
So we've also got the author of Storm the House, someone who just got his audio working in time, StonyFever. How's it going, man?
I'm doing alright. How are you?
Great. I'm glad you could be here. I'm glad I can hear you. All right. I'm also joined by the author of Area 51 Raid. And I have to mention this cool map also, Kicketh Donkey, where he actually has a kick mechanic, which is something I didn't even imagine you could have in a Doom Snap map. I'm talking about TheSovietOnion. How's it going, man?
Hello. Yeah, I wouldn't insert a comedic joke here, but I can't think of one right now. But also, how are you doing today?
Dude, I got all kinds of booze, and I'm St. Patrick's Daying it up out here.
Better.
Loving
I
it.
should have got myself some rum.
You should have. Although I heard
Whatever.
Watch on the wall, landing the shots ugly.
Oh,
No. That should be for if we ever do Pirates of the Cappademon. Then we'll have to have rum for that one. Anyway, thanks for being here, man. Also, last but not least, we got the author of The Hog, Sickly Shimly. How's it going?
Good.
All right.
Those pinkies. I've got a super shotgun and I'm not afraid to use it.
All right. We all ready to go on this video?
So we're all starting at 0-0.
Yep, 0-0. All
Can
right.
we start at
We're gonna start at 3.
226? That's when the map actually starts fading in. You want to do that, or should we start at 0-0?
0-0.
Okay, no problem.
Are we not already playing?
No, just go back to 0-0. we're gonna do it. We're gonna do the
Okay.
countdown. Sorry, I changed it up along the
missed
way.
a memo or something.
No,
No,
just
you're good.
yeah, it's okay. Things slowly evolve around here. So.
Okay, we're playing live.
Okay, everyone's at 0-0, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right, 3, 2, 1, play. And here we go, starting out
the Snapmap lobby.
the Snapmap
Yes.
lobby. You know, I like
The
to
lobby
run,
that takes too long to load.
but you know what?
It's
I
not
like to.
multiplayer.
Hey, we
That's
just
true. I
wasted.
usually get to
We literally just wasted a half hour bullshitting before we even started, so don't complain about, a minute and a half of load screen.
Hey, but at least when I load into a lobby, I click on the map and it starts.
But you know what? I like to show off the lobby, because I like to show the author and the other maps they've made and the leaderboard.
Oh yeah, I can understand that.
To get, how many of you have been here since day one?
Lazuli, maybe?
I got the game about a month later, after maybe a month and a half after release, to which I started publishing maps like wildfire.
You remember what the original lobbies used to look like back in the day? Oh man, they gave me so much nostalgia, honestly.
Finchatolla.
No, I'm not playing the leaderboard, but I'm good.
You know what? I didn't even start playing Snapmap until it was a year out.
Really? Just a year out?
Yeah, it was.
I think I joined in December of 2018, or maybe November. That's when I started making maps. I played Doom before then.
Yeah, no. I
On
remember
my
the
current
day.
profile, I haven't even completed the campaign yet. I'm just spending all my time in Snapmap.
Wait, have you actually not played through the campaign fully?
Oh no, I did in my old profile.
Okay, gotcha.
However,
The first
when I
time I
first
tried-
got the game, first thing I did was Snapmap.
Yeah.
First time I tried loading Snapmap, I thought it was broken because it was taking so long to load, and then I just quit, and I'm like, okay, this doesn't work.
Yeah, I had my friend going on SnapMap, playing through a map, and that was it. And then I eventually just kind of stumbled into it. I don't remember how.
That's kind of how a lot of people got away from it, because they're just like, oh yeah, it takes so long, oh, therefore it's just
Sometimes
no.
Black
That's weird
Wolf's at the
because
top of the leaderboards.
That's weird because I know the game Evolve exists, and it's 90% of the game is just one giant loading screen.
Yeah.
I think Snapmap comprises of 75% loading screens, 25% actual playing the map, searching around.
That's why games
Actually,
gotta go
no.
back to cartridges
An
now.
extra
Instant load
25%,
time.
an extra plus 25% of you sitting at the menu for over 2 hours.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah,
This intro is really great.
I do enjoy it. Always like it when authors put a little flair. So
Yeah,
there's
I
the
love
Earth.
intro cinemas. Yeah, cinema. I can't say it.
Kaboom.
Boom.
This is my favorite part.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really cool. It's the little fucking install.
Justice here. Burn, baby, burn.
Disco Inferno.
Burn, baby,
Alright.
burn.
Burn the mother
Oh,
down.
it's subway car.
Doing that taunt in front of a group of pinkies is like saying, "Hey, I'm the target."
So this area was actually added after the city area.
The city area. Oh yeah.
I was actually at
I was thinking the starting
91%
area.
memory before I added this.
What? So you guys this?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Most of my maps never usually go on.
So-
I like how you explain
For
the
people
inputs.
who, I'm gonna say this for me. For people who know me really well, Justin really hates it when Dash is on L3.
Oh my god, you
I'm
always
gonna
put
put
it
it on
on
shoot
square.
Yeah, I have it on square. I like it on square.
Kind of like how I like the circle button being the dodge and spin
You know what,
in Dark Souls, but Monster Hunter didn't give me that clarity. Instead, circle is just an extra attack button.
I do it on
Actually,
purpose just to
actually,
throw
guys.
Justin off.
The only problem is that L3 confuses the hell out of the PC players. None of them are like, console players get it, but the PC players are like, L3? What's an L3? I don't know what to do.
This looks like a car engine.
Is that the speedometer number?
Yeah, I really appreciate all the help Stoney gave me with the mechanics in this.
Did Stony you made the newer improved flamethrower, right?
Stoney did that.
Yeah, because that flamethrower is amazing.
Incoming.
There's a lot of booleans.
Well, I bet. Like, how much memory does it take up, do you think?
It's in my map.
I'll have to take a look. Because
yeah.
I would love to
You
put
should see
it.
this shield system.
I would love to put it in my maps, but I'm afraid it'll just break them.
I think it's like around 30. I don't know.
We'll have to see. But yeah, the flamethrower does okay, so for people who, are just getting introduced to SnapMap or seeing this for the first time, so this map does have the dash, it does have the flamethrower,
Swinging bars.
Swinging bars, climbing walls, it has blood punch, right?
Yeah,
It does.
Oh, yeah.
Probably one of the best blood punches at that too.
Are those calculations set to not react to the shots?
No, they just don't
They're
like
just
to
messed
react.
up.
Yeah, they have it on my map, so
They don't really work with
react.
Geo most of the time. It's something to do with
that's right.
the way the AI deals with the wall, the invisible walls and stuff. Yeah,
I should probably move those cocodemons ahead of it again because I had them attacking you right away, but then I did something and.
I had to do that with my maps too. You have to make them a little closer.
I like the little custom meat. Oh, and I love that little part where it pushes you over the bus.
Unfortunately, there is no actual way to put a meat hook on the Super Shotgun in SnapMap. And I don't think there ever will be a way.
Not
If it
unless
existed,
SovietOnion figures it out.
It would have been a technological breakthrough for the SnapMap community.
Tony, you can do it, man.
I knew that some of these abilities, like Blood Punch, Flamethrower, and the Dash and whatnot, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure those would be really possible. But the meat hook is such a particular thing. Also, that med pack.
I know, that's a beautiful custom item.
Yeah.
And that's also another Stony design.
Yes, which is really good. And it actually acts like a because I remember those appeared in the Citadel. I think that's another map that was
I think that was the first appearance of
Did
them.
you guys do Citadel on SnapCast? Did we?
No.
No, we haven't.
Last map was Doom Ragnarok.
Oh, that's right. It was Ragnarok.
No. Last one was my map, Antivirus.
Oh no, it was antivirus. That's right.
It's antivirus. Okay.
Oh, I had to miss that one.
Remember, you
I
made the
really
thumbnail.
wanted to add more lore and stuff, but I just run out of resources.
That happened, yeah.
But I love that building
Yeah,
burning
that's
in the
a
background.
really
That looks
nicely
so
done building
beautiful.
in the background.
I mean, I wish you could maybe have put a few more of those in there.
Stop at the gore.
Ma'am.
I wanted
Yeah.
to put interiors in those, and I just
Yeah, for people who watch this and whatnot, they'll go, "Wow, this does not have that much detail in it." And it's well, it does, but SnapMap has a lot of limitations.
Yeah.
You're not able
Memory is the biggest of them all.
yeah, especially with that invisible limit.
I'm also taking my sweet ass time getting through here.
Yeah, we all go at our own pace.
I like to let it breathe.
Oh yeah.
But I do love that building and that skyscraper in the background. I mean, with so few blocking volumes that you use to make it, it really sells it well.
It looks like a skyscraper. It doesn't look like a giant block sticking out of the ground.
Hey, look, it's the pocket Sauron.
Yeah, I was trying really hard to make it look like a perspective.
But where's the
size
real thing?
difference.
Where's the ring, Frodo?
Give me the ring, Frodo!
I made that joke in one of my videos, the pocket Sauron, and I still think it looks like
Why is it
there's
two rocket launchers?
There's 2 rocket launchers there.
What?
Yeah,
Double the fun.
I've never seen that.
one for each hand.
What, did you not know you could dual wield and
I
doom?
played through this map 5 times.
Everyone
Just mention that.
No, I think it's the next room.
really like those rocks.
Really.
Yeah, I like the way you
Yes,
blended the detail on those rocks. That's really good. Really
It
good
looks
job.
like a rock slide, basically.
This room right here is
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
I mean, this literally looks like hell on earth.
This is the because this is based off of the Super Gornest arena in Eternal that shows up in the
Basically,
icon.
the main set piece of the map.
Yeah.
That paint elemental looks pretty convincing.
It does, yeah.
I think the way I positioned it there, really, how it's kind of shaded a bit, really makes it look better.
Yeah, I mean, shadows, honestly, particular props, if you have them in certain sections and whatnot, you can really make things look a lot better.
AC Slayer make that?
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Slayer made the
he did do that. He also made because you will also see it, there is a custom-made Arachnotron in this map.
Yeah.
Because he uses demons themselves inside the the props themselves, which I actually took a little bit of inspiration from because I was like, I didn't know you could really do that. It's really tricky to do.
You have to have enough space for the AI to, like, be able to shoot at the player or do whatever it wants to do. Or, you just have a cacto sitting inside of it.
The cat just vibing until you walked in.
Finch, don't you have a, what's it called there? An art file in the Phobos map?
Yes, I do at the very end. I might still try and improve it because I'm not happy with the way it's looking.
I love the way you got those burning
that
effects on that
building
skyscraper, though.
Oh, I see it.
I mean,
Okay,
that's
that is
nice.
the first thing I made, really, in this map, and I was really happy with the way that, if you go right up to the building, right,
The lava.
the way the
lava
fire is
saw.
lighting in the building
Yeah.
makes the decals on the outside look like they're actually burning embers.
Yeah, that's just I've never seen a skyscraper like that looked that convincing for what you did.
Because I think most people, when they build those type of buildings, they just either use, like, really, like, thin blocking volumes, or they just use a giant block.
Yeah. Or it looks too much just like squares inside of squares, Like
and you don't even have an interior.
and this guy right here, this little worm, the tentacle.
I love how when it actually swings, it actually has like a swing.
It has an animation to
They
it.
animate like
Yeah. That is really well done.
Whoa! Wait a minute. You can actually use the super shotgun on those things,
He drops weed.
and it actually
Ask
does
Stoney
like.
how long it took him to finalize that
That
final.
lava looks good.
Whoa! So
That
that's
lava
not.
looks good.
So the tentacle, you don't need to use a plasma rifle to take care of it quickly. No
it
way.
takes normal damage.
No fucking way. I didn't know that.
It's just
Where is the brand that must be silenced?
I did not know that at
There it
all.
is.
You need to dash jump, Crash.
Dirty Hellraiser.
You need to dash jump. Why are you not dead? No, I'm joking, dude.
Oh, I did plenty of
Dash jumping is
that.
fun if you get to work.
The oozing lava looks good.
Oh, that lava looks amazing.
Oh, poor Hell Knight.
I like how you even sort of made it look like it's
It
bubbling
kind of
too.
reminds me during any invasion I've attempted in Dark Souls, I just see the host all the way across the place I can't get to with a friggin'
I know, I love that.
Just gonna kill me with it.
that death was
Big
amazing.
lava fall that I have coming down, I was really happy with the way I had it look too, because the steam I have coming off it kind of gave it a sort of life
Yeah.
look.
The lava really does look animated too, which is impressive. Most people wouldn't be able to make the lava look that high.
Oh, that was awesome. Oh.
You know, I just
I really like the straw pipe sticking out.
I just got the most cursed idea, and I'm just curious if some random memer out there is going to try doing it in Snapmap. But the final battle from Star Wars Episode 3, specifically the end of the fight.
Oh my God.
Including Wyatt.
You
underestimate
my power.
Well, I've
I still haven't seen it.
I've actually had this. One of my SnapMap ideas that was around in my head for was replicating the entire Balrog fight from Lord of the Rings.
Oh jeez.
Oh shit.
Also, I gotta say that
That's
because
some
I
work
discovered
right
this in because Finch actually posted like a beta for the Phobos level, which was really good, by the way. I found out that his blood punch is also, I'd say, way better because it only works by actually mailing them. Like, it does not activate on
Yeah, and I
bullet
don't know
kill.
how Stoney did it.
I do not know how he did that.
I would
How the
actually-
fuck did you do that?
How did you do that?
You
Give
guys
us answers.
You gotta have a boolean activate for like 0.1 of a second, and then when
Mhm.
the demon's damaged, then that's when they get hurt. You know.
Okay. Because, you
Yeah,
know,
that's
like,
what I love about it. It's like you never waste it.
you never waste it, yeah.
Like
Because
in
that
the
was the
culture
issue.
space in the Citadel, I always waste it because I'm usually trying to beat a demon.
Yeah, doing a glory kill, because, oh yeah. But yeah, like, I wish I had the time to, like, add those new, like, mechanics to it, but, like, for my maps in particular, I'm really scared of adding those, like, more refined versions because they're already, like, almost broken, so it's like, fuck. I'm okay with the people
Look, the
like,
gamer
experiencing it differently.
Oh, that's Boots' chair.
Now, I actually didn't
Hey,
get
look,
to
that looks
finish.
like the computer desk that I don't have.
Here Here's where I lost some originality. I was like, what do I put in this room? Okay, I'll just throw these here for now because I don't have Geo to work with.
Oh yeah, that happens to a lot of us, honestly. That happens to me a lot too, because it's just like, you're trying to think of...
You forget what you're doing.
Yeah, and you're just like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just, I don't know, throw maybe a tree here, or, you know, and...
Yeah, I guess you put a BFG here. No one's
Usually what I do is, if I am having a hard time trying to put something as decorative, like, put something goofy, like, I'll put, like, a skeleton with a hard head on, and I'll just...
I usually put a static rifle in the garbage can.
That's why when I made Dungeon Keeper, I literally did the Geo last.
I actually did something like
Did
that.
all the
one of my
mechanics
own
first.
Once, so.
At least the static rifle rewards you for strafing and dodging.
But you can do that with a super shotgun.
That's true.
The static rifle is only balanced for multiplayer.
Oh yeah, I'm on the way to. I think Stony actually showed me how to do it. It was in the Discord. You can basically make a gun use a different gun's model or like animations. Like you can basically hold heavy assault rifle like a chainsaw. And I really wanted to make a static rifle be held like a chainsaw and you just beat demons to death with it. Because that's all it's good for.
Well, yeah, because
This is where my map can get a bit of criticism because at this point sometimes players don't know where to go or what they're supposed to be doing.
This is actually
oh yeah.
Maybe a POI could have been helpful, but I figured it out pretty quick, so...
You just have to be, like, you know, have to go explore the map instead of just, like, you know, like, oh, they have to go one direction. Like, it encourages you for exploration, because this has a ton of cool stuff in this area.
But in particular, target the giant open chest.
Yes.
Yeah, like I don't think JR actually finds the Slayer key in this preview.
No, I
Oh
don't.
yeah, and the Slayer key is actually kind of hard to find. I mean, I found it when I was just double checking everything.
Which is funny, because I found it the first time I played, but the second time
I
forgot
found it
about
the first time. Well, like,
Yeah,
I walked back.
when I'm doing playthroughs of my own map, I sometimes forget to get it.
Do you have?
You always forget like one secret in the map. Oh, there's a swing.
That swing could definitely be done a little better, I will say, because it does
Yeah.
kind of like just launch you straight up.
Yeah, I did.
But that's okay, you know.
I hope you like head trauma.
I've got one swing that works pretty good, and the rest are just kind of iffy.
I think that one in the open near the lava, that one is amazing.
I like how all the blocks in it are all like separated, kind of like chunky, like you know it's getting destroyed basically.
Also, a little off topic because we were talking about the
Great
static
wreckage.
rifle. The static rifle is only balanced for multiplayer.
Yeah.
I have used that thing in multiplayer, and it's actually it can be a one-shot weapon. It can be, but
Breaking the map. Let's go. Breaking the map.
You're pulling a Justin.
It's the mountain goat.
I'm pissed that I did
Secrets
that
just
before
for
you.
JRcrash, because he's a mountain goat.
Never mind, he found.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Never mind, that was no.
Please
never
tell me
mind,
there
that was
actually is a
purpose.
secret here.
That was intentional.
Please tell me it's a secret. It better be a secret.
No, damn it.
Hey, look! I think we just found one of the things in the cutscene.
That's really good. That's really funny. That's really good.
But hey,
I was
we found a
actually
recording studio.
going to.
Yeah, usually when I do this, I break
Too bad I never
Yeah,
died.
usually when I do this, I end up breaking maps or something. I like to glitch out of people's maps.
You're such a good mapper, man. Oh my god.
I was actually gonna add a mission into some of those floors, and then it's just something that was.
Left over.
Absolutely
Yeah,
love that
that's-
secret, man.
I love that.
Especially for a mountain goat like me. I mean, when it pays off, it's amazing.
Everyone should be a mountain goat. Exploration is the best. And it's also fun to break people's maps.
Oh
There's
god,
also
yeah.
nothing.
Oh my
There's
god.
also nothing more
Jooztin
funny
breaks
than
maps.
looking at.
Oh yeah, I break maps. For people who don't know, I fucking break maps all the time, and I do it intentionally.
Yeah, I do it. It's fun to break people's maps.
There's nothing funnier than a mountain goat, especially when it's trying to stand on a like 90-degree angle.
Yeah, there's a invisible blocking volume that's blocking half of the thing, yet you're still on it, and you're trying to reach to a point where you might possibly make it.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah,
There's one right there.
Oh, there's the
I just
Arachnotron.
found out.
There we go. There's the Arachnotron.
The
I
only
just
thing.
realized.
Sorry?
So I kind of had to put
worst
that
enemy.
wall there.
So the player didn't run around it.
Yeah, and then at first I just had an invisible wall, and then I'm like, people might be pissed off if they just run into that. So I just kind of made it look like a force field.
At this, I think this is the part of the map where I realized that the flamethrower existed and I can get armor from it, because I was wondering where all the armor was.
Oh yeah, the flamethrower in this map is fucking beautiful, by the way. It's really good.
I didn't discover it until my second playthrough. I'm like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah, it's really good in this map because, like, you know, in
You
my
get
map,
armor from
like
it.
other maps,
You benefit from it
Oh,
instead
yeah.
of, just one-shotting a demon.
I think the biggest problem with most maps that don't do it like Stony's is that really the only way to use the flamethrower is if you have the stun mod, because you have to get so close.
Yeah.
I just do it whenever I'm
With this
surrounded.
flamethrower, you don't.
Yeah, actually, I got recommended to throw
Right
the
there,
stun
there
bomb.
it is. Yeah.
The worst
I'm
enemy
gonna
of people who try
upgrade.
to break custom geo maps, ceilings.
Your
I'm
ceilings
gonna
cannot
upgrade
stop me.
Phobos to have stun mod in it.
Because the stun mod, like, because the previous flamethrower, you had to get so close that, you know, I mean, some maps don't even have it dropping arm.
I think most of them just have it, like, kind of do damage, but not enough.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
But,
just
like,
a gimmick. This
yeah,
is more of an
exactly.
actual useful tool now.
This one's more like a BFG.
Yeah.
Which one, the big effing gun or the big friendly giant?
Do you know that the pistol in Doom 2016 is the LFG, the little fucking gun?
I think that gun is the EMG Mark IV, if I remember.
I think it's a Mark 1, actually.
Mark 5, right?
It might. Well, the Mark
V
V
is
is
the one
the
that's Snap.
yeah, that's the one that's
Multiplayer one.
multiplayer. But I do believe the one in the campaign
There's
is Mark IV.
the armor pickups for it. Showing off the plate.
Yeah, I just use the flamethrower whenever I'm surrounded.
Yeah, because they took out the pistol, I think.
I honestly,
completely.
like, it's not that, like, I don't love it, the Doom Eternal mechanics, I just forget it exists. Like, I'll be
Yeah.
playing through a map, and halfway through, I completely forget that I have
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that when we all play the actual Eternal, like, you're gonna need to use all those mechanics, because seeing how they have it up, like, you can't survive without using those mechanics, which I think is really good design. With Snapmap, because of the way that the enemies are and whatnot, you can kind of just get through this without using any of the mechanics, but if you don't, you're not gonna have a fun gameplay experience. I think that's I think that's like the difference between like using Eternal mechanics with Snapmap versus using Eternal mechanics in Eternal, because in Eternal it's mandatory, you need to do it. But in Snapmap it's like, oh, you don't need to, but they're there for you.
a gimmick, honestly.
Yeah,
It's just a
they're,
thing you
yeah,
have.
but they're good gimmicks. They're
good
good
gimmicks.
gimmicks really well.
If you're implementing them right and don't make them OP or just useless.
Yeah, exactly.
I freaking love Stonies. They're so good.
They are really good. They're so good.
Thanks, guys.
I really like that gore nest. I mean, that gore entrance.
I can see this scenario happening in Eternal, where I'm in trouble and I'm trying to be cautious, and then I press the wrong button and use the meat hook on like a power demon, pull myself towards him and just get butt fucked.
Pull yourself to a marauder.
Yeah, so shit!
When you're in a large room and there's still one demon left but you can't find it, then all of a sudden an fireball whizzes past your face.
I'm actually scared to fight the Marauder, to be honest.
I saw one actual gameplay of him, and he acts really weird.
He
Like,
looks
doesn't
so
play like
fun.
he should.
He looks so fun because the whole point of him is he's supposed to be the only demon that's on your level of skill.
I
And
mean,
to
he
me,
has
that's
a
the fucking best. Yeah.
Is this the first time you died in this play?
Yeah.
I
Because you saw the extra
Markiplier's
life
video.
hack.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask Finch, how does the extra life system work when you die? I noticed it changes your color.
It just gives you 100 armor, and then applies a restore point, I think.
Okay.
This next
And
one
again,
was really
that's-
good.
That's something Stony also added to.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because I noticed there was that a 0.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
It was.
My map breaking senses were tingling.
Oh crap! You can get up there.
There goes the Billy
I
Goater.
remember getting
Oh
up there.
no! Oh
I think the building can't escape now. Yep,
no! I
he's
gotta
moving
add
around.
blocking volumes.
Oh no, I think I got up top of the door. I think. Oh yeah, I did. I think you can get up near that Gorky, the green Gorky.
Just
Yeah.
hope that the helmet doesn't punch the stairs.
Yeah, punches the stairs, clips through, and breaks the map.
The helmet just stares at you from the staircase.
But you can't hit him because there's a blocking volume in your way.
Man, I never get tired of seeing that tentacle
Like,
come
it's
out of the
the Doom
ground.
Eternal helmet.
It's just so
like you can
sexy
see
every
its
time I
eyeballs,
see it.
But like as it's looking at you, its eyeballs just start veering off in random directions.
I'm sure one of you guys can answer this for me because I'm actually quite curious about it. How does that work? How does the climate work?
I think it's just a bunch of jump pads. I honestly
Yeah,
don't know
they're
much
just
Yeah.
short jump pads spaced evenly apart.
Okay.
Me, an uneven and clumsy person, this is gonna be a problem.
Oh, that damn ceiling.
Yeah, I noticed. I tried to make my own.
Oh, yeah, this is where you skip to jump over to the fire game. Yeah, you can't activate it because you don't have the key.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I didn't realize you needed a Slayer key.
Your skull with a sky before?
Okay, I didn't know you could get in that room that way. That's cool. Can you get out of it?
So condescending.
This is gonna be a short Snapmap
Can you
play.
punch through the
Oh,
wall
there you
on
go.
that side?
There you
Oh,
go.
thank God.
I wouldn't think you would post the video if you couldn't get through that portion.
Oh.
Would they still post the video if they couldn't get through the map, though?
Depending on who you are.
I've seen people do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the map is
Kinda sad.
They'll just get to the end or like they'll break it and then they'll just post it and it's like what? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blackwell usually does that.
A lot of people did that with my
He
Psychotron
did
map,
that with,
trust
he did
me.
that with Devil May Doom Hell 2 one time when I released like an unreleased version of it because I needed to like post it to somebody. But he just played it and I'm like, you're not supposed to play that!
I'm surprised Blackwell doesn't even have the highest score, because usually he always has the highest score for like every map you see. I'm talking about his map author.
I thought that was Tarantella.
I think Tella does it more on like really popular maps though.
Who remembers Eye of Horus?
Oh
He
yeah.
put the score for
That was our
He
second
officially-
Snapcast featured map.
Do you remember that giant snake?
Yes, I do remember that giant snake thing.
What if I said that during that part of the map I got stuck on it for half an hour during my first play?
Oh no.
The snake section?
Dude, I think that map took me like 2 hours to beat, because I also suck at it.
Because I was going so nuts with it with the running speed that I kept running off of it and I didn't know where to go once I got on the head.
But anyway, back to this map.
This
Oh yeah, this map exists.
What are we watching again?
We're watching
Wait, who are you people?
Sopranos.
But yeah, no.
How did I get here?
I think
Why am I
that
sitting here?
I think this map really kind of like
You should have
if
won that one.
if someone takes a look at this map, they'll go, ew, like, you know, these textures and all that, and like, ew, this does not look like it's put well together. A lot of you probably don't understand like the amount of time that it actually does take to work on one of these, and sometimes you actually kind of have to. What are you doing?
Well, I can tell just how much time was focused on getting the mechanics right. Because honestly, it's the mechanics that sell me on this map.
There's his ticket.
There we go.
I repeat, we're about to have a containment breach.
You look at a map like Eye of Horus.
JRcrash is contained again.
I think in an update I might add the ability to go back to the city levels so you can find the Slayer key after you get it.
I think that would be a good idea, honestly.
Yeah, allowing players to go back to places where they came from is usually beneficial, because then they're like, oh shit, I forgot to pick up blank. Let me go back and get blank, and then they find out that their passageway back is blocked.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
thought the
usually
Slayer
better
key might.
module rooms. But,
I thought there was something out
SMG
here I
is a lot
still needed to
different.
find. That's why I kept searching around.
But yeah, it does take a long time to work on these, after doing it myself.
And you also have to deal with the memory constraints more than
Yeah,
modules.
especially that invisible.
I don't recall that being there. Oh, never mind. I thought that was like a secret entrance or something.
This is the geo I'm probably the least happy with, because I probably should have. I wanted to make it look a lot more interesting and spend more time on it, but I I just wanted to get the map finished, and it felt like it was never going to be finished.
Well, that's the thing about Snapmap is like you only have so many resources to focus on so many things, so you really have to pick what's important.
Oh, so
Check out other great Eternal Snap maps.
But I think with this map you can really tell.
there you go.
What if I said that I just leaned against
That's
my
really
door
cool.
and I felt my door almost move and I was like, oh shit, am I about to fall?
I'll be honest, when I checked out Doom Eternal from the Ashes, I was just a tad disappointed because I thought it was a Remnant reference.
Well, you only kill 61 demons in that map? What?
Well, I didn't go to the secret area though, so.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he didn't do the Slayer Gate.
Yeah, but I also forgot that like when you use like the flamethrower blood punch, they actually if you kill enemies with those, they actually don't count as at all. And the reason why is because you're killing them with a world element. Then you are actually like because the world elements are not like connected to the player at all. Customly connect them like that.
Yeah, so I found a lot of my kill
Only
counts.
63 enemies.
I had to decrease the kill count by at least one, just in case that happened.
Yeah, and it's not easy too because like you can't use like those like things that fill the world with demons because custom geo just does not work with demons all that well.
Oh yeah, because they only just spawn in the middle of like the grid room.
Yeah, they all spawn in a straight line in the grid room.
I'll be back in just a sec. Don't go anywhere.
All right.
Oh yeah, speaking of Slayer Gates, I found a lot of them to be very underwhelming and not challenging at all.
A lot of them you see in the most recent maps lately.
Yeah.
I will say that Finch has caught me off guard.
That one was really weird to fight in. It's just underneath everything.
I'm actually kind of sad that we didn't get to see that one on this. But that one, I think, out of all the ones I played, caught me off guard the most.
Oh wait, Juice, do you remember encountering that trained guardian in that Imp King Attacks map that I made? The thing that just didn't know what the word die meant?
Did you know if you set a spectre to require glory kill, it's unkillable. It doesn't require you to put any health on it. It's just unkillable.
The Spectre? Well, yeah,
Yeah, the
the only way to kill it is...
The chainsaw it or BFG it. No, not BFG. You only chainsaw. Yeah, that'd be the only way to kill it.
Go straight through me.
The trained guardian doesn't know what the word die meant, which is why I was hoping when the trained guardian returned in the map Devour, I was hoping someone would get a Vietnam flashback or two.
I was under the impression it was Globula.
So anyway, about this map. So that
Wait,
was.
this map exists again?
So good. I think, you know...
Let's save it for the comment. Let's save it for the final thoughts. That was Doom Eternal Burning Earth by Finchatolla. Fantastic Doom Eternal themed map. Honestly, it was a tough call between all of the fantastic maps people have been making with the Doom Eternal themes. There's so many good ones, but this one just stood out for a few reasons. But let's get the final thoughts from our SnapCast contributors, starting with Count Lazuli. What are your final thoughts about this map, Doom Eternal Burning Earth? What do you think about it?
So, one thing that I've never actually shared is I actually tend not to be very interested in remake levels, and it's usually just because I'm naturally drawn to like the original ideas. But I've been willing to make an exception with this one, considering that we're just 3 days away from the actual game. And not to mention, you know, in terms of like Geo, there's a huge amount of quality put into this. Even if it did have to be, it did have to spare expenses in a couple of spots. You can definitely tell that a lot of work went in there. I was really impressed with the secrets. Custom demons were pretty cool, especially the tentacle. But yeah, you know, I'm not one for for a lot of level remakes, but I really like this one. So good job, Finchatolla. And I just want to say, Finchatolla in general has been on a really good roll lately. Super ambitious with his maps. And check out his Quantum Affected channel if you can.
All right.
Thank you.
So, Jooztin, what do you think about this map, Doom Eternal Burning Earth? What are your final thoughts about it?
Well, first off, Doom Eternal is literally 3 days away, like Lazuli said. Everyone's fucking excited for it. I'm fucking excited for it. And I don't know which map was the first map to actually start making these mechanics, but I'm really happy these mechanics have been kind of coming out for Snapmap. I think they came out like last year, and over that time we've been getting many Eternal maps coming out, and all of them are just fucking great. The Citadel, fucking Cult of Space, my own Devil May Doom maps, and especially this one, Burning Earth. I recommended this map mostly because of the fact that, it's in line of what the game is about. We're getting the game soon, and I think this map, kind of does it the best. I think what really makes me like this map the most is that it's the way he does the mechanics are probably, in my opinion, the best. Especially the Blood Punch, because, in many maps, especially mine, they're not perfect. The flamethrower, it only spawns a little tiny fire strip, and you have to get super close. Whereas in this one, it literally spawns a shit ton of fire. When you move, it stays, and it actually drops armor at a really good. The Blood Punch only actually activates when you actually melee it, and to me, that's wow, how the hell did you do that? I did not know about how the tentacle has actual health instead of just a shootable trigger, killing it quicker with the plasma rifle. I did not know that. So that kind of that's something that I didn't notice. That's fucking cool. I think this map, I'm really happy that this map got nominated fully, and I'm really happy that I recommended it as much as I did, because I think this map does it justice. And I think this map really kind of shows what is possible in SnapMap. People really kind of underestimate it. A lot of people, just kind of play one map and go, okay, I'm done. If you actually take the time to dig in and look for things, you find a gem like this. It's a remake, but there's also originality in this map because, when Cult of Space Snapmap came out, that guy who made that, he probably didn't even know what the rest of Cult of Space looked like. And it's the same thing with this. The only room that's really the only two rooms that are actually similar to the actual game is the train station area and the Super Gore Nest room, but the room afterwards is complete and whatnot. And that's why I love these maps, is that these remake maps, because it's their own spin on it, and that's what this map does. And I think that arena, if only Finch could have, and I understand because of memory and whatnot, if only Finch could have put way more enemies in that Super Gore Nest arena, that would have been the best. But because of memories constraints and whatnot, you can't do that. But the capabilities of it, making stuff like this is great. This map is fucking great. Play it, it's great, and yeah, I really am happy that this one got shown off, especially right before Doom Eternal comes out. Oh yeah. Fucking great job, Finch. Really, really good. And I cannot wait till you make Phobos, honestly.
Yeah, thanks, man. That's a lot. Needed to cut you off there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with everything
Let's
you
let people talk now, shall we?
I agree with everything you said, Jooztin, especially the mechanics. And even though it's a remake of sorts.
No, he's back.
Even though it's a remake, and some people could say oh, that's not too original or anything. I bet you anything, there's a lot of originality that had to go into actually the execution and the build of this map, despite the fact that it's based off of something we're familiar with. So to me, that doesn't count against it at all, because I could see all the heart and soul that went into this remake. So Stony, if you're there, what are your final thoughts about this map? What do you think about it?
Well, I think Finch did a really good job, pulling off the whole remake. Just, his creative vision is just really unique, and you know, it's just really really nice to be a part of it. You know.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for that. Soviet Onion. What do you think, man? What are your final thoughts about Doom Eternal Burning Earth?
This map is fucking awesome. Finch, you did an amazing job, and I'm proud of your fucking work because it's fucking awesome. Anyways, about the map, I absolutely love this map because, for one, it's got, as Jooztin was saying, it's got actual like functioning Doom Eternal mechanics that aren't a little gimmick, like aren't gimmicks or like oh, it one shot someone or you know. But I don't know, maybe the Blood Punch does, but like. They function like perfectly, or as perfect as Snapmap can actually like function. I mean, obviously the map is a little bit like, and also the map's like pretty. I mean, smaller than most, I suppose, but it's still awesome to fucking to play through because the visuals of the map are absolutely amazing. And that's what I love most about it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Oh, are you have more? Go ahead.
No, that's pretty much it.
Oh, okay. I thought you... All right. Thanks for that. Yeah, I agree with everything you said, visually especially. Sickly Shimly. What do you think about this map?
Hold up.
Oh boy.
He's playing it.
Do we lose Sickly Shimly?
Yeah, hold on. He's playing through the map real quick. Give us like 30 minutes, guys. We'll be right back.
Okay. Maybe.
More like someone barged into my room.
All right. Well,
started showing me some video on YouTube. I loved what I saw from the map, and it's maps like this that make me jealous. Because I'm sitting here still experimenting with my first custom geo maps with things like the Great One and what I'm working on right now, which don't utilize any platforming at all. You're mainly just fighting in an empty little room that's flat as hell, and the only thing that gives it any depth are the decorations I threw around it. This map seems to flow very smoothly. It's laid out very well. I like this. For some reason, I couldn't keep my eyes off the staircases. Those in particular kept my attention. Because I'm just sitting there
lovely,
like,
aren't
how
they?
the hell do they manage?
Wait, there's things other than a flat floor? What the hell?
Yeah, what the hell is this crap? What the hell? Holy crap! Meanwhile, like, people like Z-Man were publishing like Devil City Ransom, and I was still sitting around publishing my third No More Sorrow map. Sitting there with nothing but undecorated rooms and over 700 Hell Knights. And you just got a shotgun to fight them with.
That sounds like a lot of sorrow.
Yeah, however, the weirdest thing about it is that map represented my loss of memory when it came to the previous map, because the previous map actually gave you a loadout of an assault rifle, pistol, and a shotgun, as well as a ammo grenade. Which, I'm actually surprised how I forgot about that completely and what the hell was that? I hear child.
I'm just trying to imagine what's happening in the background.
I hear
Get back in your cell.
It sounds like you've got your hands full there, Sickly Shimly.
Hold on.
Hold on, let me grab a shotgun. Be right back, guys.
Okay.
Oh god.
Gotta purge the heretics once more. Holy Crusade shit again.
It's maps like this and it's maps like Devil City Ransom and this that really make me wonder how far even I can push my own limits and how far I could probably try to see if I can throw myself out of my comfort zone.
It's also great to steal assets in these maps in case you didn't know too. You can do that as well.
Yeah.
we all steal stuff.
Yeah, don't give credit.
Hey.
I did that in the Sentinel. I give credit.
Everyone has stolen the dumpster from Devil City Ransom at least once, okay?
Everyone has at least taken one asset and refuses to talk about it.
Hey, we all have to be honest here.
The only asset I've ever taken from another map is the summoner. And that's it. And I only ever used it for like one map, and that was it. Because from that point on, I was wondering why the hell did it not become part of my the official number of published.
I think the only
which confused me.
I think the biggest thing I've ever, let's say borrowed to be friendly. The biggest thing I have ever borrowed was an entire concept from one of Jooztin's maps, I guess you could say.
Oh, yeah.
How could you?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yes.
Well, anyway, so,
I may not have stolen the dumpsters from Devil City Ransom, and may or may not have put them in the Sentinel without credit.
hey, everybody has stolen the dumpsters. I have the dumpsters
Everyone has stolen
in
the
Dungeon Keeper.
dumpsters.
Okay.
So, Sickly Shimly, those are your final thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to keep this train on the rails here. It's hard with this many people. It's like herding cats. Okay. I'm going to give my final thoughts, and then I'm going to let Finchatolla have the final word since it's his map. I love this map, honestly. I'll be dead honest. I haven't played a Snap map in a while that I actually enjoyed as much as playing this map, mainly because of the mechanics. Specifically, the funnest part of this map for me was just the dash mechanic and how the fact that everything sort of has 3 dimensions to it in this level, especially in that second module that you go to when you're in the city, with the lava down below and the skyscrapers up above, and it's sort of like the city has been torn asunder, and you're leaping from one side of the city to the other. You're jumping across these broken roads, making 50-foot leaps across a chasm, and then glory killing some mofo off of a ledge. Oh, I just love those moments. And, the mechanics, I think, were just executed perfectly. And, we were talking during the gameplay about, I know, Finch, you said you kind of wish you could have focused more on the visuals in certain areas, but to me, I'm glad your main focus was on the combat mechanics, because to me, that's what I had the most fun with. A lot of maps out there are pretty, and this map is good. It has a lot of fantastic geo, specifically the way you made the city, the skyscrapers, and the destruction, and sort of the organic quality to a lot of it. How you have like doorways that have they look like they have teeth. And the geo, I think, is top-notch, but I'm still glad that the main focus was on the mechanics, because I think you really nailed it. The flamethrower, the blood punch, the dash, I had just so much fun using all of it. I also really enjoyed the secrets, specifically the one up in the skyscraper with the extra life that I mountain goated up to. I did not think that you would have kept a secret up there, let alone let that be an area I could explore. But I'm so glad you did, because normally I would just jump up there and there would be nothing. But the fact that I jumped up there and there was something to find, I thought that was amazing. And I gotta mention the tentacles that come out of the ground. I don't know what they're technically called. I'm sure they have a real name in Doom
I do
Eternal.
believe they're just called tentacles.
They're just called tentacles?
Yeah,
Dude,
I do believe Doom Eternal just calls them tentacles.
That blew my mind when I saw that thing come out of the ground. The way it's so smoothly animated, and it's actually a decent threat too, because if you try to back away out of its range of attack, it just goes back underground. So I think it's really well balanced to give you that challenge, and just so badass. I mean, it's so unique to have something like that. That is really what Snapmap is all about, is putting those kinds of custom monsters in there. And it's not even a boss. It's just a regular demon thing. That's the amazing. Usually custom geo monsters are bosses, but in this case it's just an obstacle you have to overcome. And lastly, as far as things I really loved about this map, I gotta say, the time. A lot of maps, not every map needs to be an Eye of Horus, okay? I like the fact that this map was only about 20 to 30 minutes tops. And that's if you look for secrets. I like the fact that this map is in that Goldilocks zone where you don't have to really commit a lot of time to playing it. It's just long enough for you to get your fill, but it's not so long that, you know, it starts to wear on you. It's perfect on time, and I really love that. As far as things I didn't like so much, there's not really a whole lot. It kind of comes down to nitpicks, to be honest. For one thing, the secret, the Slayer's Testament secret, it would have been nice if there was something there to let me know I needed to find a key in order to access it, because as everyone can tell from the playthrough, you know, I find the switch and I just can't press it for some reason. And a regular player would encounter that and they'd be like, I don't understand why I can't access this switch. I found it. It's a secret. Why can't I enjoy this secret? So maybe it would have been nice if there was just something there saying, oh, you don't have the key. You can't use this now. Go find the key. Also, like you mentioned during the gameplay, if there were some POIs that came up, like you said sometimes people don't know what to do in that second module in the city. They kind of just meander around for a while. Just maybe set up some timers where there's some POIs that pop up. If someone's not making progress going to certain key locations, just have POIs show up. That's something maybe I would have considered doing.
Yeah, I'm still having trouble with POIs.
But other than that, I thought it was a fantastic map, and I hope people go ahead and play the hell out of Doom Eternal Burning Earth. I absolutely loved it. So,
Doom Eternal Burning Earth. Just play through all the Doom Eternal maps. Most of them, all of them are fun as hell.
I just noticed that when you're like in the train area of the map at the beginning, the thing that you enter to go into the main like big fight area, I just noticed that the things that look like teeth on the outside, I believe you use the fetuses. Yep,
yeah.
The demons.
Yeah, they're good for claws and teeth.
Finchatolla's last map, the Ragnar one, the fetuses were used for claws coming out of the wall.
So, so
I love using those fetuses.
Every giant custom like little geo monster that I've made, like in maps that I've never published, but all of them I never bothered to check out using those on it. Instead, I just create a giant monster that has Balgar's skull, and it's just using a bunch of random rocks and hell items for its body and stuff.
So Finch, Finchatolla, feel free to give your final thoughts about this map that you've made. Feel free to go into detail about your experience coming up with it, building it, maybe publishing it. What do you think about this map that you made? Anything you can tell us that we don't already know?
There's probably a lot I can tell you that you don't already know. I really want to say thanks to Stony though for you guys gave a lot of praise for the mechanics in it, and he's the one that really came up with all the mechanics, and it's really a collaboration map. Really, I mean, he did some fantastic work. He worked on that tentacle worm. He spent hours working on it, I came up with the original idea with it, and then I was having trouble with it, and I'm like, Stone, you gotta fix this for me. And he turned that thing into a freaking beast, and I knew he could do that, which is awesome. And yeah, I spent a lot of time doing a lot of details, and I wanted to get the city. I wanted to make it like that fun playground where you can just, like JR said, you can just dash right across the caverns and jump up and glory kill something from above, and all the mechanics just worked beautifully in that arena, and that pretty much what made the map work for me there. It was a lot of good work put into it from Stony too, and I should give credit to AC Slayer. Some of his demons, like the Pain Elemental and the Arachnotron, and those were kind of fit my map in the right spots, and I used some of his stuff like his gore gates and stuff like that, and I just like changed a few textures around on them, and I really just wanted to cram as much Doom Eternal stuff into the map that I possibly could, you know?
Yeah.
So I can sort of say, this map has, you know, all this stuff in it, right? And have it all fit and work. Yeah, but like the crazy thing I said is, I when I was working on that city, before I even had a lot of the areas done, 1% memory, and one thing I had to do that was kind of like painstakingly difficult is I had to go re-geo a lot of the buildings in, you know, that big building you like that's so detailed, it actually used to be little square blocks almost, like the entire thing, and I re-geoed it. It says save a whole bunch of memory. I saved like 7% of my memory just redoing it, but it took me a long time. And there's other areas where I had barriers and stuff on ground to help make some of the guys more stable, but then I wanted to fit more stuff into the map. I took it, and then I had blocking volumes around a lot of the enemies and stuff. So I didn't want, one thing I didn't want is I didn't want enemies falling off platforms into the lava, so it's just like, you know, like they're not, I wanted to make sure everything was sort of blocked and confined into areas of the map, so every area that you go to fight in, everything is going to be functioning, because it's hard to get everything to work on the geo in these custom maps. So I had to put a lot of time into making sure a lot of the enemies worked the right way and stuff like that. But it was actually a lot of fun to do.
Yeah, well, it's clear just looking at the map and playing it that you really enjoyed building it. What were you saying?
Dire's tentacle.
Alright.
Oh god, he just used up 2 of my extra lives. Holy shit, oh god. Okay, I'm not messing with it anymore. I'm sorry, I don't want to play tag with you anymore.
Yeah, the tentacle didn't give me too much trouble.
Why can't I open a yellow corridor? A yellow corridor, shit. Is there a demon that is yet to die?
Alright, well, Finchatolla, you did a fantastic job with this map. I want everyone to go out and play the hell out of Doom Eternal Burning Earth, if for no other reason than to get psyched up for the real Doom Eternal that's going to be coming out in a few days. I know we're all pretty excited for it.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. Oh man, I'm fucking ready.
I'm just ready. I can cancel my collector's edition.
I'm gonna add something here with my latest map, Phobos Exodus, which is got all the same wonderful mechanics. Plus, you get the chainsaw to get your ammo. The chainsaw is, I think it's the first time anyone has done this, but Stoney's got it rigged up that you hold the melee button down, and then that activates your chainsaw. So it's like he's almost saving the button. So
that's a good point. So if you like Doom Eternal Burning Earth, be sure to check out the other map that the author has made, which is Doom Eternal Phobos Exodus. Don't blow that off.
I'm currently working on a starting sequence for it. I'm adding a room to the start of it, so right now it's a beta test that's out there that you can play. It works from beginning to end. If you do run into a problem where you kill all the enemies and you can't progress, you're probably going to have to restart it, because it happens every now and then, and I've got to find a way to fix it. And but you know, that's why it's just a test right now too.
Alright, fantastic. So I want to wrap this up here before I get too drunk this St. Patrick's Day. So I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank the SnapCast. So thank you very much, Count Lazuli. I'm glad you could make it.
Just say one thing to the audience. For those of you who are going out and getting physical copies of Eternal like me, just stay safe, stay healthy, because it's not
I pre-ordered mine on Amazon.
There you go. because it's not the most clean out there. So yeah.
Despite how much toilet paper has been sold, you'll be surprised how unclean these people are.
Yeah, there's just
Sorry.
bunch of toilet paper to the center.
Mike, back to you.
Yes.
Good
Now
advice.
Carrier pigeons.
Good advice, Lazuli. Everyone needs to be clean, even on your way to pick up Doom Eternal. Finchatolla, thanks for being here. Thanks for letting us feature your map. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's great doing these Snapcasts.
Jooztin, I'm glad you could make it, and thank you in advance for making the thumbnail.
Hey, no problem. I'm really happy I could finally, actually join one of these again. It's been a little while. I've kind of missed doing them. I love just gushing about shit, honestly. I know I ramble on a lot, but it's just because I love this stuff. I love talking about it. Doom Eternal comes out in 3 days, so everyone, this map is a really good starting point. I think kind of get everyone prepared. I know I already got my digital copy of the deluxe edition, so I'm ready, man. And this map and many Doom Eternal maps out there I've been kind of playing them to practice, so hell yeah. So good job. Thank you so much for having me, and good job, Finch. Fucking great, man. Did a great job.
Yeah, thanks. And people should check out your maps too, because your maps are great.
Everyone's maps are great. StonyFever, thanks a lot for being here, man. I'm glad we could get your audio working. I was really worried you weren't going to be able to, but we got that taken care of, and I really appreciate you being here.
Thanks, man. It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me, actually. And a word to the author, Finch. You did a really good job with this map, man.
All right, yeah. Okay, so TheSovietOnion. This is your first Snapcast. What do you think, man? You gonna be back for the next one?
It's fun. I'm definitely doing this again if I actually can make it. Hopefully.
It's been a pleasure having you here.
Yeah, it's actually really fun to discuss random things about maps and get sidetracked, and then talk about something for about 10 minutes, then going back to the map, and then talking about that for 10 minutes, and the cycle repeats itself. It's really fun.
That's how every episode goes. That's for damn sure. And finally, Sickly Shimly. That is a name that is hard to say sometimes. Let me tell you, it's a real tongue twister. But thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Shimly picked up seashells on the seashore.
Shimly.
But I was actually really excited to show up today, mainly because there really wasn't any other options that I had for anything. Although what I did find through this, I actually did really enjoy, so I'd actually love to come back.
Hey, there's no better way to spend your quarantine, is there?
and now to advertise a map that's not even out yet.
But first, I'd like to talk about Raid Shadow Legends.
Indeed, Raid Shadow Legends is a. I didn't get paid for the sponsorship. What the hell?
Wait. You forgot something. Raid Shadow Legends. You should get it right now. It is a free. There's nothing more needs to be
completely silent. But
you can't even do it without laughing.
The Dimension Crisis reboot Part 1 will be made. It will be out soon. I said that many times in the past and it never came out, but this time I'm pretty sure that it's coming out soon.
I know some viewers have played my map, but if you haven't played Kick It Donkey, you should play it. It's a quite entertaining map to play.
Yeah, there's actually a kick mechanic.
It's a broken kick animation that someone found, actually AC Slayer and a few others found it, where basically all you do is kick, but it's very entertaining to kick people.
You know when I first saw that
character.
I'll be honest, when I first saw that kick animation, I thought about making a map about being a bounty hunter and kicking down doors.
Yeah, that's what the first thing I thought. Like, hey, what if let's get out!
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that same meme.
Yeah, but then I thought, what if I made a map that all you do is kick people in the face? And then that map came around. I have no idea. It just developed the way it did. That's how the map rolls.
I tell you what, April's coming up. I should probably make a snap map where you're filing taxes.
How long is it gonna last though? It has to last at least 7 hours.
Well, let me ask you, how long do your
And then the
taxes
final
last?
boss is, the lawyer.
Oh
No.
no! And what you think is the end is actually the IRS coming after you for filing it wrong.
So I think
do the whole process.
I think what we need to do is for the April map, it should be on April Fool's Day, and it needs to be a map that we all regard as being very, very bad.
Wait, a map that
A very
is
fun map.
really
A
bad?
very fun map. That's
That's a
it.
very fun map. There you go.
Oh, I know a map.
That or Wyatt. We could do it. Well, Wyatt isn't bad. It's just funny.
I know a map that I have that's really bad, but I actually have a lot of fun. It's
Do that
called.
map.
It's a map from my old profile called World War Revenant 2 True Chaos.
Sounds like a
It
dead
sounds like
ringer.
a
That's
shitty
just the
B-movie.
name of an update. And the words True Chaos actually were just added on as part of the final update that I did to the map, which added a 10-minute timer, and at the end of said timer, a boss will appear. The boss is completely optional, but if he dies, the map ends.
Alright, so I'm gonna wrap this up, okay? So
Every time you kill
that
Revenant,
was
he heals a lot.
Snapcast episode 10, Doom Eternal Burning Earth by Finchatolla. Map ID is ZHCC484E. That is Zebra Hector Charlie 484 Echo. For those of
We
you
are
that...
going down.
Yeah. So, check it out. Thanks again to all the fantastic Snapcast commentators, authors in their own right that were able to make it tonight. And have a happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. And go ahead and if you want to be part of the next Snapcast episode, hey, there ain't no better way to spend your quarantine. You ain't got shit to do anyway. Go ahead and click on the link in the description and join our Discord server. You can get right on board for the next episode. So thanks for
We
watching.
argue for over a month on what map we should do.
Yeah, it's a beautiful democratic process. Much less democratic now, actually.
This is no longer a democracy. I'm supposed to make it a democracy.
Yes, I dissolved the Republic, just like Palpatine. It needed to be done.
Clear as being a Soviet onion.
No, I think I got the best method. I think we should fight to the death in a great. And the last one. No, that wouldn't work. You have to be alive. Yeah, I gotta think on that one.
No. So here's actually the best method for determining which map gets featured. So if you actually take a $100 bill and then fold it in half, and then put it in an envelope and mail it to me, there's a very good chance your map could end up on the next Snapcast.
I like how the Hog has 77 plays, 27 upvotes, and 4 downvotes, but only an hour and 5 minutes of total time played. Something suspicious is going on here.
Alright, so that's Doom Eternal Burning Earth. Let's put a raspberry on it. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and until next time, peace out.
Yay.